G'day everyone. Yes, it's Beanie. Yes, it's bloody cold. The last 2 days here have been, well, freezing for us. It's currently about 5 degrees, but feels like 0, so very cold, and not sure if you can tell, it's also very windy. Anyway, you know how the other day we got everything out of this shed, got the dividers out, got it all nice and clean? Well, we are getting urea this week, or end of the week, because we've now had 20 mils of rain over the last 2 weeks. So we're gonna go and get these machines out so we can put the dividers back in. I'll try and do as much talking as I can indoors with how windy it is outside. Anyway, so while we put in dividers in, if it's just urea we're getting, the reason is we're getting 2 types of urea. So we got 96 tonne left over from the stuff that I pre-ordered or locked in back at harvest time at a huge price of $12.05 a tonne. Now, so there's 96 tonne left of that, so that's going to go on one side, and then I need 105 tonne to finish off the program, and that's at the great price of $650. So getting more for cheaper. Anyway, putting the dividers in because the 105 tonne is going to come with CSBP's new Sustain on there. So it's a coating they put on, and excited to give it a go. Essentially means you spread it out, and it can stay out on the ground for longer. So if you're not going to get a rain, you can spread a bit earlier, and it won't volatilize and seep away. So very excited to try that, and show you guys what it looks like, and see what the see what it looks like, see the results it does, and hopefully it's good, because the science behind it is very encouraging, and at the moment I'd prefer to use that, because it means that we don't need to worry about having to have a rain straight away as soon as we're spreading. We can spread and then get a rain at some stage within a month or whatever it is, however long the Sustain lasts for. So very exciting. So time to go and put some dividers in the shed. Righto, they are all in, and not as straight as what they were for seeding. As you can probably tell, it's like a snake going down there. Oh well, it's only holding your ear. We're not going to bother with doing the the foam like we would normally do, because again it's just urea, it doesn't really matter if it's going to swap sides, as long as the bulk of it stays on the side it's meant to, and that's all good. So yeah, we'll bring the tractor in, close the doors, and I think maybe Friday, today's Wednesday, or Saturday we'll start to get our fert deliveries. So we're on to our next job, which is we're going to make a tank pad here at this dam. So those old flexi-n tanks are going to go 1, 2, and then what I'm going to do is extend it and put 2 more of those brand new flexi-n tanks I'm going to order and go 1, 2. So this is obviously not my loader, as you probably can tell. This isn't a Louis Gong. This is a nice big cat loader. So this is Will's loader. We've just borrowed it for the day so we can move these mallee root piles which came from all these paddocks, move them across, and then we're going to rip into the dam bank, well not the dam bank, the contour bank. We're going to use the gravel from that, and we're going to lay the pads down, and then we can then bring those flexi-n tanks down here. And we've also got the pinwheel rake to move. So Henry's bringing down Louis, Dad's bringing down the truck. When Henry gets here, we'll use the chain and Louis to remove the pinwheel rake. And bit of a teaser again for when we go to do our history on the farm, but Grandad actually invented the pinwheel rake for clearing land. Now that's not obviously the design that he came up with, he then sold the patent, but we'll get all into that, and with Dad and Will and that, and they know obviously a lot more than me, so we'll explain more on that when we do that that video. And then yes, I'm gonna push all this that way. We need 26 paces by 13 to make a pad, and then we'll also need to make a gravel pad out here so that Henry can have a nice solid spot to brew on, and then we need to make a gravel track that goes along here because trucks driving along that will blow that out. Like I said, we only need 26 paces, so depending on where we start there, we'll only need to move this one row of stumps onto the next row, unless we want the tanks more central.
Start loading the truck?
Well, this would be better suited for loading the truck because I'll be able to dig and do it quicker. So we'll move these stumps and then we'll use you to do the levelling.
Yep, no worries.
I might push the bulk and then you can come through on my corner there and get the fiddlier stuff.
Yep, sounds good.
Rightio, Henry's just getting the last of that sorted. So if the wind's a bit noisy, I'll walk this way, see if that helps. I'm just about to grab in the loader and we'll start loading the truck, and then we're going 26 by 7 here. That should fit 4 tanks easily. Dad's just heading off for the first load. At least he doesn't need to go too far. So why are we using the overburden on this contour bank? A couple of reasons. One, it's nice and close. We don't have to go and grab from our gravel pit and also grab sand. And the other is that it is a good gravel and sand content, so it's not it's not too gravelly, it's not too sandy. It's a good mix for a tank pad. So that's why we're going to use it. It should be good for what we want to do. So yeah, that's why we're using it. So while they're away, I'm just going to make it a bit easier for me, so I'm not bumping over that windrow all the time. Makes it a bit easier. comes Dad now. Now one cool thing about Will's loader is they've got a load ride in here. So I get to see just how much of my bucket I got full. I don't think it's going to weigh this one, but we'll weigh the next one. Oh, there we go, 3.6 tonne. Yep. So the fullest I got on the last load was 6.6, and the lowest I got was 2.5. So I can clearly do better. So let's see if we can get some more in my next bucket. The issue is that this contour bank's been here for over 30 years, so it is quite compacted, but ain't no match for this old girl. 21,500 hours at the moment. See how we go. Oh, that feels like a good one. Guess that was 6 tonne. Ah, 5.3. 4.1. Shocking. 5.1. This one's going to be a horrible one. This one I'm going to guess is going to be like 2.8 or something. There's a speed change that we can't tell. 4 tonne. So anyways, I had a fairly good go at getting that level. Yeah, not the easiest of things with the loader, but He's done a good job so far, so we're not sure if we're going to need another load or not. It's lunchtime anyway, so we're going to go and have lunch. But yeah, we might be able to just get it with what we got there, and then we'll just keep using Louis and yeah, get it nice and smooth and try and get a nice level. Henry's still got obviously all that to level out, or rough level, and then we'll decide if we're going to put another truckload down or not. But I figured we've got our tilting level here. This is from back in the 70s. Yeah, they used it back in Wagen when they were up there, so it's still survived all these years, still in good nick. So yeah, I'm going to set this up, and then that way we'll be able to get a rough idea of how level we are, and if we need to bring some spots up or take some spots down. I'm about to lose my wing cover here from the truck, but what we're going to do is, once this tank pad is sorted, we need to bring gravel in here for a gravel pad for Henry to brew up on, and then also for the truck that'll come in and drop off the flexi-n. And we've got a track that runs there, and then there's a track that runs there, and that's the road that we finished. So then we'll link the road to come into here and loop around like that. And then that way we'll be all sorted for the truck coming in with a load of flexi-n, our truck's coming in with the like the Shepherd with all the chemical and all that. So yeah, that'll be the plan. I'm just going to move both of these stump piles. I'm just going to push across a little bit further, just so that the track can come in square. And yeah, Henry's busy over there. I better go and move my loader because it looks like he's going to hit it. Henry's doing a bloody good job out there. He's getting it fairly level. It's not the easiest thing to do with a loader, and two guys just standing here watching him, but he's doing all right. And yeah, when he gets down to being nearly level, we'll use that just to aid with getting it even better, and then it'll be ready to put some tanks on. So it's extremely windy, so I apologise for the noise, but Henry's got that fairly level. We can see by eye there are some humps in there, so we're just going to run the level across so that Henry knows where to take the hump out and put the dirt to. .1 2.1 and a half. So we're just up and down, up and down, up and down, down and up. We'll get there eventually. Build up that end a wee bit. Yep. Well, I mean, it's obvious you can see that. Yeah, you can see the hump. So that side is pretty much where we want to be, and where we are standing is a bit high, and then over there is a little bit high, so plenty of material. material to move around, and this is what we're working with. So, yeah, we'll get this down to being nearly level. We'll use that just to aid with getting it even better. So, yeah, sand and gravel. So it should compact down nicely. One advantage of being next to a stump hole while we're waiting for Henry is throw them on the back of my ute so I can restock my pile at home for the fire, because we're going through quite a lot now that it's getting colder. And for those who don't know, they're mallee roots from the mallee trees that were cleared back in the 70s, and they're a lovely stump for burning in a fire. They burn very hot, so it's yeah, it's a good source of heat. Henry's done a very good job there getting that nice and level, so we're just going to throw the level up again, see what it looks like. Most of it looks pretty good. The bottom there, or the side, there is a bit of a dip going down, but the rest of it is actually looking pretty good, so we'll see where he's going. Two. 1.91. That is 1.975. 1.8 on the nose. 1.8, and well, it's just under the quarter. 1.6 and a quarter. 1.8 and a quarter. 1.8. Well, all in all, Henry got that pretty damn close. It's only within a few inches here and there, which is very impressive. So all I'm just going to do is grab a couple bucket loads just to chuck on the very front edge, and then I'm going to chuck a bucket on the back edge, and he'll just keep filling away with that, and yeah, we'll get that nice and smooth. So I reckon we'll leave the video there and tune into the next one, because the next one we will be moving those flexi-n tanks down to here and setting them up in place. So I'll see you there.